Hey there, guys. It's Mia here. I am so excited. I'm so excited about this quick live today. I just wanted to pop in quickly and answer the question that I get all the time. Is it possible for me to take a new idea and package that new idea and price it to sell it and hit six figures within 1 year? Is that a pipe dream? Is it something that's real for me? And I'm going to break that down over the next couple of minutes. My only goal is to, as always, support you, enlighten you, and just share with you what I've been able to do and transfer to my clients and that they've done over and over and over again. And sometimes when you hear how it's possible, it really gives you one hope, but also you realize like what you do not know. And I think that's really where it is from so many people. You're smart, you're sharp, you're incredible, and likely you don't know how quickly you could take what you're doing and monetize it because of what you do not know. So let me just quickly introduce myself, and then I'm going to jump into this quick message. I just wanted to pop in today and answer a question that I get all the time. Like, Mia, is it possible, really possible for me, hey, Kathy, to hit six figures in my business if I'm just getting started? I'm brand new with this idea. I don't have any clients already, but I know that I can create results for people, but it's a brand new idea. Is it possible, or is this a pipe dream? Now, if you're new to my lives, I'm a business consultant. I started my company over 20 years ago, and I made a decision to go to work with myself. And what I mean by that is I, maybe like you, wanted to figure out how to take all of my years of experience and my expertise, and I wanted to know how to package it to go to work and do what I love to do best, using my highest skills and talents. And I've done exactly that. I've coached thousands of clients literally all around the world. I've had the great fortune, because of being signed to Emmy nominated, nationally syndicated shows, to be in front of millions of women, literally all throughout the country. And I've learned some best practices that have allowed me to work from the comfort of my home or anywhere that I choose, to build a business based on ease and grace and not hustle and grind, which so many of us, is the only thing we've ever been taught is hustle hard, work harder. But the problem is that it does take hard work to build an amazing business. But when hard work becomes the standard by which you do every single thing, meaning that you build your business and it just is all about working 80 hours, 90 hours every single week, and it becomes a grind, that's not lifestyle. So everything I teach my clients over the years is how to package your knowledge in high-ticket products on and offline with ease and grace. And it's how I've run my company. I've worked consistently from the comfort of my home or anywhere I choose in the world. And you guys have watched the journey. You can check me out on YouTube and watch all my, all the thousands of videos that are over there as you've watched me build an amazing business and practice. But for myself, but not only that, my clients have done significantly well, and they've built amazing businesses from scratch, and many of them have hit six figures within 1 year. And that's what this quick message today is going to be about. How do you do this? Is it attainable, or is it a pipe dream? Now, I would love to hear from you. If you're looking to hit six figures or more in your business in 1 year, I want you to write, "That's me." And then tell me what it is that you do. All right. Tell me what it is that you do. And even if you're watching the replay, I still want to know, what is it that you do? Now, when I got started, I started as a mom coach. And this is 20 years ago. Now we hear mom coaching all the time. But at that time, there were no mom coaches. There were none. And it was something I wanted to launch because I had these really great systems to always find time for the me and mommy, for myself. And I met so many women who were lost in motherhood. And I thought, I'm going to start with a soft skill. I'm going to start with what I know how to do, which is find time for myself and be fully expressed. And it's allowed me to have a better marriage. It's allowed me to be a better mom. It's allowed me to be fulfilled in my journey as a woman, because I understood that being a mom is a role, and that I had to have some level of identity as a woman. That's how I started my business. And I literally from that ended up writing a couple books and and then pitching those books with some corporate brands and doing some corporate deals. And then from that, getting signed to 2 Emmy nominated, nationally syndicated shows. I've done tons of national segments as an expert on TV. I've written hundreds of articles for so many, for so many magazines, literally all, across the country. But I built a business as the brand of myself. And my only goal was to run this business from my house. So I want you to understand, thank you. I want you to understand what I'm saying here. I ran the business. I built the business. The only model I wanted to create was to run the business from the comfort of my home. And this is 20 years ago, guys. It's like everybody's home now. I was home 20 years ago building this business. You're welcome. And I had an out of the box idea, and I knew that time freedom was the most important part, that an element of building an amazing business for myself. And the same is true for you. And so anyway, I did exactly that, built an amazing coaching practice, and coaching moms, right? And helping them identify with their own true calling and purpose. And then I had so many people that came to me and said, well, Mia, can you show me how to build the business that you've done? Like, I've watched you work from your home. I've watched you build an amazing practice, initially to 6 figures and then eventually to multi-millions. I've watched you do this. Can you help me do this? And that's what I do today as a business coaching consultant. I help my clients specifically package their soft skills, something like motherhood, or their hard skills and expertise, their education and their background in the products that they can sell. So the live today is just simply, is it possible for you to go from no clients, right? Not even a product, like not one module written, not an idea yet about what and where to launch, to 6 figures in 1 year? Is that possible, or is that like a pipe dream? And so let me explain to you the way to look at how my clients do it, how I've done this over the years. And I hope that as a result of you hearing what I'm sharing, that it really helps you to think differently about how to show up with your talents and your skill sets, okay? So here's the first thing, and I don't have any notes, I'm just talking out, right? But here's the first thing you've got to think about. If you want to hit 6 figures with your ideas, the first thing, as always, I think that's really so important, is to understand that what you know has exceptional value. And I find that, like, a lot of times with high achievers, people who are exceptional in their work or what they're doing professionally, or maybe you've got a soft skill, something you're doing as a hobby or in your life that really shines and people talk to you about it all the time. I think the first thing is becoming clear with yourself that this is not just accidental results. Like your ability to create a consistent, like people consistently echoing to you how great what you've done has been for them, or the changes that you've made, or how you've changed their life by teaching them how to do this or that. Those are the things that you first have to listen to and honor. Now, I say this because, and I used my example in the beginning, mom coaching, because if I told you, look, my background's corporate training, if I led with that, there would be a subset of people that would say, well, Mia, that's what it was. Like, you're a corporate trainer. Of course you know how to build courses at a high level, and of course you know how to sell them. But I started with mom coaching, right? I want you guys to hear my heart on this, okay? I started with a soft skill. The fact that as a mom, I always dated myself in a systematic way. And as a result of that, it allowed me to be fully expressed. And as a result of that, it allowed me to have a better marriage. And as a result of that, it allowed me to be a better mom and a better person and contributor in general. Okay. And I knew that a lot of women were struggling with this very basic thing that I knew how to do really well. So the first thing, are we clear? Are you guys getting this? So the first thing, thank you, Wendy. Thank you, Nicole. The first thing you got to get clear on is the results that you are already creating, soft skill or hard skill. These are not accidental. All right. That these are things that you have to really sit with yourself and really say, you know what? This is the echo in my life. People are saying to me over and over again, you're amazing at this. And likely that is the thing that you need to lead with. And let me talk about that for a minute. Versus sometimes just your passion. So a lot of times people think, like, when I launch a business or I launch a brand and I want to hit 6 figures in 1 year, I'm going to lead with what I'm passionate about. But I'm passionate about several things, many things. but it doesn't mean that it's the highest level solution or result I can provide for someone. Does it make sense? Like, I love to bake and I love to cook and I'm really great at it. However, I'm not the best to teach someone else, like through a cook. That's not my zone of genius, but it's my passion. I'm an amazing gardener, right? I'm a new gardener. I'm an amazing gardener, but it's not necessarily something I can teach to someone so that they could create the same results. But if we're talking about like you not showing up for yourself, not standing in your value, not understanding how to find time for yourself, not being committed to your dreams and calling you out to be all of who you are, if we're talking about that thing, I'm amazing at that. Amazing at that, okay? And the first thing that you have to get clear on is the thing that you're really amazing at. It's the thing that's going to allow you to create tremendous transformation for someone else. So we're talking about hitting 6 figures in 1 year. It needs to be the thing that you're amazing at. And that's different than the things that we're passionate about. Are we clear? All right. So if you're following me on this, I want you to write here, I'm following, right? Because a lot of times people want to hit 6 figures with the things that they're passionate about, but they also overlook the things that they're amazing at. All right. And there is a difference. I have lots of things. I have a lot of passions. All right. A lot of passions. However, there are a couple of things that I'm really amazing at. All right. So if someone said to me, hey, Mia, I want to learn how to I want to learn how to sell, and I don't know how to sell. Right. I'm a medical doctor, never sold anything. I'm amazing at teaching someone like that how to sell at a high level. Mia, I want to know how to take what I do and put it in a structure I can monitor. I'm amazing at that. Okay. Now, my garden is gorgeous. If you came to my garden, my home, you saw my garden, you'd say, wow, I can't teach you how to do this. Okay. Like I had to employ a whole lot of people to help me to make my dream of that garden, those gardens come to life. All right. And although I'm passionate, and during the spring, during the summer, and the fall, I'm out there all day long working my passion. It's not my highest level result I can create for someone. So the first thing you have to get clear about is the difference between the thing you're passionate about versus the thing you can create results in, particularly if you want to hit 6 figures within a 1 year period of time. All right. All right. Okay. So that's the first thing. The second thing is you need a vehicle in order for you to hit 6 figures. And this is where most people make the biggest mistakes ever. And this is where I know that it's going to step on somebody's toes, but I hope it helps you. The fact of the matter is a lot of folks, their vehicles are the wrong vehicles. The vehicle is they create some low-level course, or they in the comforts of their mind, they're like, I'm going to hit 6 figures, or I'm going to launch this course, and I'm going to get my blog going. I'm going to get my website going. I'm going to go on Clubhouse. I'm going to go live. They're going to do all of these things, right? Because they've seen all of these people do all of these things, and they have a perception that for them, they need to do those things in order for them to create results. And it's not true. And for most people, it creates what I call confusion and delay. It's confusion. You know, like you could see a strategy, but if you don't understand what's most effective for you, we're talking about you hitting 6 figures over a course of a year. If you don't know where you should start, what's the most effective and efficient way for you to package what you're doing, then it doesn't matter that you do all of these tactics, because it's like doing these tactics are keeping you busy and you're like, I'm doing these things and none of these things are working, but you don't have strategy behind what you want to do. It's fact. Like I literally, guys, I watch people who I've had the great fortune to coach at my clients. They call themselves giants. And I love being in the company of a giant. They're highly actionable. They're very investment oriented. They say yes and they figure it out. And, you know, they're willing to bet on themselves, right? They're willing to be brave and courageous for themselves. And the one thing that I see over and over again when folks come to me, talented skills, you know, they're talented, their expertise is on point, is that they've got all of these things they're doing, all of these tactics, like all of these, but they don't have a strategy on how to take what they know how to do and how to package it at the highest and tallest level. And you got to understand, if you want to hit 6 figures in 1 year, There's an easy way to do it and there's a hard way to do it. And most people do it the hard way. They're like, oh, let me sell something for $47. Let me sell something for $97. Let me do a free challenge for 5 days or 3 days or worse than that, 2 weeks, right? Let me do that. Let me write an ebook and let me do that. Let me write a book. Okay. Let me go live every single day. They got all these let me's, right? And what they don't have is any revenue as a result of all that activity. And I know I'm stepping on somebody's toes today, but it's true. I show my clients direct ways, okay, that you could not have a product today. You can have a product next week and know what it is and know the best way to frame what it is that you do to get directly in front of people who want the results that you create. And so the second reason that people don't hit six figures is because they are focusing more on tactics and focusing more on these things that don't connect together or might not be the right strategy for them. And they're not focused on what's the highest level package I can create for someone and knowing exactly what goes in that package. And I'm going to say this, and I know that somebody watching is going to drop off because you're going to be like, you're trying to sell me. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just trying to serve you. The fact of the matter is, if you don't know how to put together high value packages, you're going to have to invest with someone that's going to show you how to put together a high level system. It's fact. All right. If you want to hit six figures over the course of this year, you cannot do that. Hey there, darling. You cannot do that with low level packages or packages that are not, that don't create results for others. And it's true. So when you go on our website and you see what folks are doing and you're like, how did that person go from selling, something for $40 to selling something for $20,000? How did that happen? Like, what happened? They're not rare. They just they invested in themselves and they learned a different way to package their knowledge. And when you understand that, you can go from selling what you have from the lowest amount to being able to really understand how to stand in your value and only, sell the highest level solutions that you bring to the table. I want to check in real quick and I want to make sure for those of you who are here, are you getting this? All right. Is this making sense? Okay. Because that's super important. So we're talking today about, Shamika, what do you do if you want to hit six figures over the course of a year? You don't have one product built. You don't have one package built. You're not really sure, you create results for others, but you're not really sure what direction to go, which is what I see. Professionals who are like, should I be a mom coach or should I be an executive coach? Should I do coaching? Should I do consulting? Should I do an online course or should I license some content? They're not really sure what way to go. And so what they do is they try to coach themselves, they teach themselves, and they focus on tactics. And they don't focus on results and transformation and building their system around those things. And so they never see the yield that they desire. And I'm telling you right now that if you don't invest with someone that can help you package what you do at the highest level, it is the worst decision ever, because you can build the packages and you probably already have. Like, think about it. But nobody's going to buy them. And you're like, well, why are they not? Because it's not packaged the right way. You got to understand what needs to go inside of the package. And I'm not talking about some little $47 course that gives you, that was never meant to create the results. My clients invest heavily in themselves. They're high level investors in themselves, so they can learn the answers on how to monetize. So if you want to hit six figures over the course of a year, you got to be investment minded around your dream and not like cheap on the dream, right? And expect to create great yield. Like, imagine like investing cheaply and then expecting to be rich. Like, this is just doesn't even make sense, me saying it like that, right? All right. So you've got to be investment minded. If that's something you guys are looking for, you can always go to miaredrick.com and check out what I have. I got a free webinar to get you started, but I've got master trainings also online and in person that help you build your packages, right? So you watch me all the time. You see the kind of results that clients have created. Everybody's seen tons of testimonials. Clients have made multiple millions of dollars. You can hear my clients share the results that they create. I can't guarantee for anyone that those will be your results because I don't know if you implement. But I know this, that if you're trying to teach yourself and you don't know what you're doing and you're focusing on tactics, you're wasting time and money. And it's fact, most people never ever count the dollars that they waste and the time that they waste, like on just dumb stuff, like, because you're trying to teach yourself. You don't want to invest 5 grand, 10 grand, 15, 20 grand to learn how to hit 6 figures. Go figure. Like, are you serious? And I want to say this, that, my husband and I, been married for 27 years. Entire marriage, pretty much, we've been entrepreneurs. So we had a commercial laundry that did multiple millions of dollars for many years. We had that laundry maybe almost 20 years, something like that. I obviously run my consulting and coaching practice. And the reality is, in that commercial laundry business, there were investments. We had to buy, like, capital equipment. We had to buy, detergent and vending machines, and we had this thing called employees. Like, there's a lot of investment in order for us to hit $1 million. There's no way that we would have, in that business, had built a commercial laundry business without making significant investments. And one of the things that we never looked for was, let's find the cheapest machines that we could find. Let's find the cheapest detergent we could find and put holes in somebody's clothes. Never. And yet you have to think about your own dreams and your own talents and skills from that perspective. And you need to invest in yourself at the highest and tallest level and stop leaving some of these clown things alone, right? Like, there's so many people that are just clowning folks and not teaching you the solutions. And I'm always surprised when somebody comes to me and they're like, I've been here, I've been there, but I've been following you, Mia, for 5 years. It's like, you've been following me for 5 years. You've been looking at all the results that we've created over and over again. You hear from my clients and you decided to do clowning things? Why? Ask yourself why. Third thing, I'm always going to break it down. I'm always going to keep it 100% because you're talented and you're skilled, and it's just time to stop it. The goal is to hit 6 figures over the course of 1 year with your idea. Is it possible? Absolutely. But you're going to have to invest in yourself at the highest level. You're going to have to likely do it quickly, and you're likely going to have to choose someone that is what I call, number 3, a full solution. You need a full solution, not a Band-Aid. Not this class over here to learn how to package something. This class over here to learn how to brand. This class over here to learn how to go live. This class over here to learn how to do a podcast. You need this class over here to learn how to pitch. And the reason that you're confused and things don't work is because there are too many things that don't fit together. Facts, okay? Facts. Okay, look, how many people can you learn from? How many resources and tools at one time when you've got a brand new idea you want to put together? How many things can you implement that are different at one time? And I'm a master implementer. I'm amazing at implementing, but I just don't water my focus that way. I commit to the things I'm focused to. So if you want to hit 6 figures in your business over the course of 1 year, and you guys, this is definitely a hearted up type of live. I know y'all are leaning into it, but the fact of the matter is I'm just breaking it down from my heart in the middle of the day because I'm like, this, you could change your life. Your life could be unrecognizable like so many of the people that I've had the great pleasure to support and work with, but you got to choose differently for yourself. You got to choose. I mean, imagine that you want to learn how to sell what you want to do for $2,500 or more, and you won't invest $2,500 or more to learn how to do that. That's crazy. Like, it's nuts. All right, like crazy. You know what I mean? And instead, you're like, let me buy this little $7 thing to learn how to sell what I do for $2,500 or more, 10 grand or more. You serious? Like, it's like having an amazing dream and not holding it and not valuing it and not investing in it with the highest level of fertilization that you need, called the truth. And I hope that there's something that I'm saying to you today that causes you to act differently. If I can support you in some way, sign up for my master training. It's a great first step. We've had tons of people within weeks hit 6 figures, not even a year. Tons. And you'll see their testimonial there. You'll see it like for yourself. Like, and yet you see people like, I've been seeing that. I'm like, okay. Like, okay. How do you hit 6 figures in 1 year? You invest in a full solution. a full solution, something that can go together. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 4. Not this stuff where you got to keep investing over here and over there and over there and over there. And I tell you, like, anyone that's amazing at mentoring you is going to have results currently, and they're going to have a history of results, right? So if someone has the ability to help people hit 6 figures and, multi-millions of dollars, you have had a track record of success. There are not going to be the same 2 or 3 clients over and over again. There's going to be tons. One of the things that I try to do to demonstrate that, we have a reel that we put on many of our sites, and it's 4 hours of just one of the master train. 4-hour reel, a 4-hour testimonial reel with clients for 1 minute or 30 seconds or so are sharing what results they've gotten from an event. And I can't even imagine that anybody would look at that and then say, who has 4 hours of sharing what someone's results have been from one product? And it's complicated. It's not. You got to understand that a lot of times we don't choose from our highest and tallest place. We just don't think properly about investing in ourselves. I'm going to shake your shoulders because I know folks are here, and you guys, how I feel. I just like to break it down and teach you the truth of what to look for and how to be discerning. You want to hit 6 figures this year? Look at the proof from someone and see any of their people hit 6 figures in 1 year. Like that. Do you see multiple folks hit 6 figures in 1 year? Do you hear anybody saying they selling something for 10 grand or more a month? Okay. Do you see lots of folks saying that? Because that would be the evidence that you would need to say, hey, that's real. All right. I'm fired up today. I don't know why. Sometimes I get like that. Okay. Sometimes I get fired up that way. And I'm speaking from my heart, because if the goal is over the course of 1 year for you to be in that place, you've got to be around a full solution, something that's teaching you all the components of what you need to know. So you're not having to go all over the place to figure things out. All right. And you need to make sure that whoever you're investing with, and I hope I can help you in some way, that they can demonstrate to you, you can see that that's real, and that you stop falling for the hype. I tell you, the number of times people fall for a pretty outfit or some crazy as marketing. Okay. Like, it's crazy. Okay. And that people have been so disillusioned by things that aren't real. When they see things that are, they don't even know what to look for. That's why I wanted to do a slide. And then the other way to hit 6 figures, of course, over the course of this year, I think, is you be in a community with people who do it. Be in a community with people who are your own ambition level and above, people who exceed you in their ability to create results. It's the thing that drives you. And a lot of us, we're trying to coach ourselves, or we are networking with our friends, and we just don't have the examples of people who have done it. We just don't see it. So you think it's not real, but it is real. And I hope that there's something that I've said to you. I hope that there's something that you feel that I said, you can feel it, that, you start thinking differently about your value and your ideas and how to put them together, and stop waiting and fight for yourself, and understand that time is money, and that the people who have been able to help hit 6 figures over the course of 1 year, they're all very actionable. They say yes, they figure it out. Most in the beginning didn't have the money. They realized for themselves they would never. The problem is not having the money. Okay. The problem is not having the money. And it's because of what they do not know. And you have to likely invest in yourself at the highest and tallest level in order for you to learn the secrets of what you need to do. You know what? If you know what I know, you can do what I do. I can tell you this for sure. What I know how to do is not something that you cannot know. But you cannot know what I know how to do if you're not willing to invest to learn it. It's fact. Okay? You're not going to be able to glean it. You're not going to get it from the lives. The lives are going to teach you the what? The how is always on the inside. And that's for most people. The how is on the inside. I'm breaking it down. So did this support you today? And it was my heart, from my heart. And I just was thinking about it, and I'm thinking, like, come on. Okay, you can absolutely, over the course of this year, change the whole trajectory of your life. But you have got to show up for your dream in a more committed way. You've got to invest in a full solution for yourself and know that you deserve it. You've got to stop chasing your passion and believing that that's the business when it's not. It's the highest level result you can create for someone, and knowing how to package that in the right structure, knowing how to price it to value what you bring, knowing how to position your marketing so that you're the obvious choice, and knowing how to sell, how to close, and how to find buyers. Buyers to me are investors, people who say, tell me how. I'm not looking to sell anything. People come to us every single day and say, Mia, how can you help me based on the result and the transformation that I create? And the same is true for you. So I hope that there's something you heard that moves you different, that'll get you to take an action that maybe, you haven't taken. If I can support you in some way, go to MiaRedrick.com, sign up for the master training. Great first step. Great first step for any single person wanting to package their knowledge into a high ticket product. Great first step. All right. But it's $24.97, and that's the level of investment, but it's amazing instruction, right? Decide you want to come to a live event. Certainly. I've got a live event coming up in June. It's a learn and do event where you'll learn how to package your knowledge into a high ticket structure. Yes. You want to watch my webinars, 100% free. Great first step. Do something that is a full solution that can change your life. And I'd love to support you only if you're serious, only if you're serious. All right. So, are there any quick questions, comments, or ahas, from this live today? And any quick comments or questions that you have for me as a result of you being here on this live today? For those of you who are just joining, I'm Mia Redrick, business and life consultant. I'm called the Chief Giant, and I get women to show up and be giant for themselves, like 100% giant for themselves, and not settle, right? And undervalue your gifts, but stand in your value and know it's absolutely possible to work from the comfort of your home with ease and grace, doing what you flat love. And when you do that, you don't feel like you're working. There's an ease to it because you're doing what you're meant to do, and you're really able to stand in your purpose and create tremendous impact with your gifts. And that's what most of us want. And that's what most of us don't have, right? So I hope that there's something I've said that really moves you to take an action and create change for yourself. I love you, all right? And I'll talk to you soon. Have a great and amazing day.